my island in the sun. Oh, my island home, my island home. Let me tell you about where I'm from, my island in the sun. Oh.
Leaving Dominica, where we pirate stopped for the evening,
more appropriately called Q-flag stop,
the winds were again nicely crisp at 17 knots, allowing Monashee to go a speedy 8 knots. Yes, that is perfect speed for us, but little did we appreciate this would become a problem.
So we slowed Monashee down from like 8.5 knots now to 6.5, 7.5 knots to try to avoid that storm ahead, because we're going through this rocky pass, as you see. So I want to have some more control as opposed to unbridled speed.
The Passe de Doms is the most direct southern route to access Les Saintes Islands, but very few people go through it from downwind. We didn't appreciate why, other than the maps say incorrectly surveyed. While it does save you 30 to 60 minutes in time, there is a trade-off.
Yes, a little less control going downwind with the waves and strong current, with the channel pushing us sideways towards the rocks. Even with just a blade for a headsail, we're still doing a fast 7 knots, and when the waves come from our aft we accelerate up to 10 knots, while Monashee gets pushed about 15 feet,
5 meters,
to port, which again takes us mighty close to those pretty rocks.
That tall ship chose not to chance it and is going around the channel. Better safe than sorry for them for sure. So, would you have gone through the pass?
So welcome to Les Saintes. If you want to go pay your $15 a night, you can go take a park ball over there. Contend with the super yachts, loud music, and jet skis that are not permitted, I believe, but occasionally pop up. There's the main marina way in the distance, and we'll be anchoring off to the right behind that little knoll, right in there.
Guadeloupe and Les Saintes are islands that many French people travel to for their tropical vacations in the Caribbean, so you'll get many of the trappings of a resort community.
It is also the place where you start to get the idea that the French Caribbean islands are just somehow different than the independent islands. Here is your hint how. Columbus first discovered this archipelago of islands in 1493, but the Arawaks were here at least 2,400 years earlier.
They just didn't let the word out as they wanted fewer jet skis.
The tiny islands maintain their French colonial history with Caribbean charm, as you will see when we give you a brief tour of Fort Napoleon. The crystal clear water makes for great anchorages and snorkeling,
which we'll show you in a moment.
All these things make it a must-stop for us whenever we are in the area.
Just like all the other French Caribbean islands, clearing in and out is a breeze. You don't even have to go see a human. Just pay your €5 when you check out. Well, it costs you the same as if you stay a day, a week, or even 3 months.
They are even getting to the point where you may not have to see anyone when you clear out. Just do it online.
Bienvenue à Les Saintes.
Welcome to Les Saintes in Guadeloupe. This is another great little place, as you can tell by the boulevard right here. The little bars in each direction, restaurants. It's just so quaint and relaxed.
We do enjoy it here.
I will share with you eternity. They are for you have the loving where you are.
Now, is this where you wanted to go?
Yep.
Okay, after you. This is my current glass of white wine, of Mojo's, and our hostess brought us these as well. I could only ask one question. After last time she brought it, I said, Je t'aime, which I really like you. This one was Fort Napoleon. I was like, are you married?
Thank you for lunches and all the wines.
You're welcome, miss. It's the only wallet I found. I had no choice.
You're looking for other wallets?
You can't be good looking, be funny. And this is what it looks like when the ferry cruise ships come in for the day. What I think is neat is that they have Velcro prices on some of their items. So when the cruise ships are here, I'm sure the prices go up.
I feel you have the loving where you want, baby girl, move your hand from your
Again, the French stores are always so neat and organized compared to many of the other Caribbean islands. It is just the way that it is.
Me I feel you have the loving where you want, empress, move your hand from your jaw.
Conclusion is, come to the French islands, you simply will not be disappointed. You don't even need to speak French, you can get through it. If you speak a little bit of French, you're gonna
when you try, for
you're
sure.
gonna do fine.
There were a few boats where we wanted to anchor, so we went about 50 feet
15 meters.
closer to shore, but we didn't expect this was just off our starboard.
We like to call it the aquarium. Enjoy. If you're jazzed by the joy we're jamming, just jab that juicy like jewel. It jolts our videos, sending joyful jet sitters like Jen and David to enjoy our jive. Welcome, folks.
And we thought the black monohull that just moved in was a big neighbor. There's our new neighbors. The adventure of living on a catamaran. There's a lot of walking uphill involved. And this is a day like every other day where we go for an adventure.
And this too, it shall pass.
Not appreciate they were right in the middle of the channel.
Yeah. Way over there, it's a little catamaran.
Exactly.
This is a mooring field where people pay something like 25 bucks or 20 bucks per night to hook up to a ball. Little less swell for sure, but we anchor for free. And as cruisers, I really like the concept of anchoring. Once again, building the code on Caribbean islands. What's the code? Way over there in the middle of the strait is Gazier and what was the other place? Batguy. It's 6 weeks for Mo to come back. So yeah, it's a great little sail over there, but it's the lower part of Guadeloupe, which is shaped like a butterfly, so it's the bottom left wing right over there. And welcome to Fort Napoleon, or Fort Napoleon, with the baby goats.
These goats do better with grass than a John Deere.
Hi guys. Oh, there's a little guy.
Ah, the French islands. Who else would spice up their forts with a disco ball? The French built the original Fort Louis in the early 1700s, but the British destroyed it in 1809 during the Napoleonic Wars, and then returned the islands to the French in the 1816 Treaty of Paris.
Battle sounds make it seem more realistic, right?
You need counseling. Anyways, France rebuilt the fort in 1867, naming it after Napoleon III, complete with barracks, powder magazine, and a moat that was never filled with water.
Some palms were greased in that contract.
No! On the contrary, you will find lobsters and even more, because the more you leave it in the sea, the more fishes will come in.
The fort's terraces are stunning, perched high above the bay with epic panoramic views in every direction. The old military parade grounds are now a cactus and succulent gardens, home to butterflies, native birds, and laid-back iguanas.
How you doing?
I guess it shouldn't surprise me that of all the forts that we've been to in the Caribbean, the French fort is the most well kept up, organized, etc. It is just beautiful, and they've got a great museum, and the grounds are great. I mean, I'm that far away from using the word epic.
So with our tour of Fort Napoleon complete, it was time to head back down to the village of Terre-de-Haute for a light dinner before the sun goes down.
We were walking down the road and previously saw this little hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Thought we should give it a try. Looks unassuming from the outside, but hopefully it'll be a nice spot.
And this looks like a perfect restaurant for us, right on the water.
They also had some of the most tasty and affordable acra de maru that we have had in the Caribbean, for about $6 for 10 pieces.
Well, doggy, this video did just fly by. In 2 days, we sailed into Les Saints, toured the village, dove the coral reef, and invaded Fort Napoleon. Time for us to just sit back a spell and lift our feet. Except we're all sailing off to Guadeloupe next. But that's tomorrow, and a story for another day. Y'all will come back now, you hear?
Thanks for sharing our journey and subscribing. And check out this next video, as we believe Jed Clampett would like it too.
Pretty man came and took my heart, locked it up with a deck of cards.